Thelma is a very it's a drama film with a supernatural theme, but it's also a love story. It's about a girl who comes from a very constrictive, like conservative religious family on the west coast of Norway, and she travels to Oslo to study biology, but then she experiences something unreal, you could say, and that's the start of a journey for her. Yeah, it's a supernatural theme. It turns out she has these abilities, but I don't think I want to, spoil the story. Yeah. I went to an audition for the part. I was asked by the casting director to come, and I was very excited because I knew of Joachim Trier. I really admire his work, and it's a director I've always wanted to work with. So I had the chance to read the script very early on, and then I completely fell in love with it. So I have my fingers crossed I would get the part, and I did. So. I was cast first, and then I played during the audition against many other Anjas before Kaya Wilkins came in, and I was just drawn to her. She's so quirky, but very present, very genuine, very vulnerable, and I had my fingers crossed it would be her to play Anja, and I was so happy when she got the part, and it's her first feature film. So that's incredible. I think she's also a musician, and she transcended that passion for music, I think, into her acting in the way she expresses her emotions. Oh yeah, Joachim is he has an idea of what he wants, but he's still very open-minded. So it's a very nice balance. We had some acting rehearsals, and we had some very nice talks about the character and the story and her journey. And for me, it was very challenging because she has a very rich emotional complexity, but she's also vulnerable and trying to have a real reaction to something unreal, like a supernatural thing. And I had to not only try to imagine how it would be, but how it would be for her as Thelma. And on set, I improvised some, but the dialogue was based on our acting rehearsals. Like they changed it during our acting rehearsals. So he really listened, and I felt like I was very well respected as an actress, and I was able to try out very many different things. And after every take, he came to me and asked how I felt it went and how we could move on from it. So it's been a great collaboration. I would love to work with him again. There were many challenges with this film, emotionally, as I mentioned, and physically with as you mentioned, the snake, and I also had to do diving, underwater scenes, and seizure therapy for some. Thelma experiences some type of epileptic seizure that turns out to be something else, and that was very exciting. So I think just the whole experience as a whole was very challenging. For me, I hadn't been more than 2 meters underwater before, so to be trying to not only be diving that far but also act is so complicated, and I didn't realize that before I started with these rehearsals. But it's super exciting, and I would love to do more physical parts like that. I think everyone has their own interpretation of the ending, and maybe that's more about your view of love, so maybe it's more interesting that you actually have that opinion than me telling you what I think,
Okay, maybe lost love, I don't know.
I think love is destructive and, naive.
Maybe.
Yeah. I unfortunately didn't get to experience like the wave in the film. I I'm in the hotel reception when the alarm goes off, and then I have to try to get the guests out because it's a small supporting part in the film. But it was super exciting to be a part of the whole project, and I think The Wave is a commercial film, but it still captures like the Nordic feel. And it's a high intensity type of acting because it's a lot of drama. High stakes. So, but I wish I also had to run from the wave like some other actors had to, and be like underwater, but they did a phenomenal job. So yeah, I'm very proud to be a part of that as well. That's a good question. I'm very excited about it. I think it's a rawness to the cinematography and the light, especially. I think I think it's very organic in a way, and I think nature is a big part of that in Scandinavia. So I'm just excited for the development of the film industry. I would love to. That's also a difficult question. I can't predict the future, but I'm very hopeful. I would love to continue acting, and also I'm studying art history, so I would love to continue with that. Yeah, I've always been very interested in literature, very fascinated by it. And then I had this small art course, and I really fell in love with it, and I decided that this is what I would like to do as well, like work as a curator. And but I also, art and literature really inspires me while working with character development. So, and I feel in a way maybe it keeps me grounded. So yeah, I have my mind elsewhere and not only in acting. I started out in a small amateur theater group in my hometown of Stavanger, and my drama teacher, she was very passionate about acting, and she sees every one of her students, and she really made me want to try to pursue acting, and then I went to an open casting call for the feature film The Orheim Company, and that was how this started. I think for me, I would love to work internationally, but not at any cost. For me, it's important that it's a strong female character portrayal, and I think Hollywood especially has a lot to learn, or work on, but they're heading in the right direction, I feel like, and I hope that there's room for strong female characters in supporting parts and lead roles, and not only like an object with a function, for the story to be a piece. I'm very excited to be here. I'm honored to be part of the program, and I'm very excited for the next couple of days. And I think it's just a wonderful opportunity for me to hopefully work internationally, maybe, and at least meet a lot of interesting people who are passionate about film.
Yeah, you at least met me, so.
Oh, that's interesting. I would love to do more genre films, especially. I would love to challenge myself physically. Something that's out of my comfort zone. Yeah, I definitely want to. I'm continuously writing, and I would love to continue with that. Music is. I write sometimes, but it's kind of difficult. My brother is a musician, so I would love to do something with him soon. Maybe something else. That's I don't know. Maybe I don't know if you know this Kirikou and the Witches.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like this children's animation. Yeah, I really love it. I haven't seen it as an adult, so I don't know if it's how it is actually. But it really made an impression on me as a child. Yeah. Yeah, I think I would love to teach or be a curator in an art gallery. Role models. I get very inspired by many different people, and definitely film and theater, but also music and art and literature. They were very supportive. My father is a teacher and my mother is a doctor, so they are very academically driven, and they've definitely influenced me in a way that they feel education is important, but they see my passion for film and for acting, and they're very proud, and yeah, they've been a part of this whole journey. So. Okay, yeah. Most of the Hollywood films are being screened, I think. Yeah, almost every single film. But the Norwegian films are mostly state-financed. And I think that's wonderful. I think the state in that way can capture our culture and heritage. I think that's a very important investment. But unfortunately, like the rest of Europe or the world, we have a very conservative government at the moment. So they cut the culture budget with like 4 million euros or something like that. And that's a lot. And they don't really see the value in art in the same way as our more liberal parties. They're also very racist. So I would love for that to change. I don't know. I'm very hopeful for the future. I don't have any like official projects, but I'm continuing also as a student. I'm very happy to be here at the moment.